What is up, everyone? We are here to talk about Avengers Infinity War. The spoiler discussion is here. We are live chatting this, spoiler reviewing this, spoiling the shit out of this, because this is going to be the best discussion you guys are ever going to hear in your whole damn life. So make sure to like this video and share this video. Go subscribe to all my great people who are joining us. But I want to introduce them before we get into this. Again, like I said, this is a spoiler discussion. So, if you haven't seen the movie, this is your fault.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Why the fuck are you here?
That was going to be my next thing I had to say. Like,
Thanos demands get the hell out.
Yeah, Thanos demands are silent. Let's not do this. But of course, guys, this is live, so I want to get your guys' interactions in there. I'm gonna be monitoring the chat, talking back to you guys as well, and then we'll be taking some of your guys' thoughts at the end of this video. We don't know how long this is gonna be.
3
but
hours.
We do have maybe
We'll be here all night long.
maybe it will. But that's the best thing is we're a bunch of geeks, bunch of nerds about the talk Avengers Infinity War, and let me tell you, this is gonna be the best damn discussion again, like you guys will ever gonna hear. Better than Chris Stuckman, and I love the guy. But I gotta introduce my people who have joined, and how I'm gonna start this off is I'm gonna throw it out to Tom. Please introduce yourself and give us a thought of what were your initial thoughts coming out of Infinity War.
Well, like he just said, my name is Tom Fagioli. That's my full name. Love movies. I absolutely love this film. It was riveting. It was one of the most emotional rides of my entire life. And, yeah.
Great. I think that's a lot of our things. Now let's throw it over to Ryan O'Toole. Give us your initial thoughts, my friend.
Yeah, you guys saw my spoiler-free review. I absolutely love this movie. It is a flat-out masterpiece. I've seen it twice already, and I fucking love Thanos. He's the GOAT.
Pretty much he is. He is the GOAT. And then Tyler, I'm going to throw it over to you. What's your initial thoughts?
Well, I think for the first time I experienced happiness and heartbreak all at the same time.
Hey, that's a great way to do it. And then I'm going to throw it over to the big toke himself. The real talk. Tell us your initial thoughts, my friend.
All right, guys. What's up? Like Ryan said, John from the Real Talk. Yeah, my initial thoughts. I freaking love this movie. I thought they kind of met all my expectations, and yeah, Thanos is the man.
The GOAT.
Yes, he is the GOAT, guys. And of course, if you looked at the image, Cody Curtis was supposed to be joining us, but he is he turned to ash.
I was going to say the Gauntlet guy.
Yeah.
Thanos got him, guys. Spoiler alert.
We're sadly the only ones to live, but we will revenge him or avenge him. So let me tell you guys this is how we're going to start it off. I have this whole thing segued through. I'm going to try and do my best to segue through these discussions, but the first thing that we have to start talking about Avengers Infinity War is I think a lot of what people want to hear our thoughts about is the deaths. None of the big deaths. Yeah,
some died in this movie?
Yeah, some people died. Maybe.
Wow.
Who knows?
Just a few.
But the thing about the deaths part is none of the people I predicted died, except Loki and Heimdall. I knew they were gonna die, but Gamora and freaking Vision, I think I kind of thought they weren't gonna go through Vision. I thought somehow Shuri was gonna be able to save him, but Cap didn't die. Iron Man, thought he almost had him. Thought Iron Man almost died. But
Vision died twice.
Yeah, Vision died twice.
He died twice.
But I want to throw this over to Tom. Tom, tell me, what do you think of the deaths? Did you think they went out in the right manner? Do you wish someone else would have died in those places? What do you think?
Well, I think it was done perfectly. The Gamora death was super unpredictable for me. I thought that her and Thanos were going to interact a lot, but I didn't expect, him to have to give her up for the Soul Stone, which does kind of bring me to the Soul Stone. We'll talk about that later. But also, the deaths at the end, I mean, seeing Spider-Man die in Tony's arm, I was crying like a little baby when he's talking about, Mr. Stark, I don't want to go. That was... it was bad. Black Panther dying was super unpredictable. I mean, clearly there's going to be a Black Panther 2, but...
Yeah.
All of this.
I mean, all the people after Nash, we can all go into it, is that all the people after he snapped his fingers and did some flashy hands, everyone after that moment, we know, I'm going to predict almost all of them are coming back. Most of them are pretty big newcomers to the series, but tell me, Ryan, what were your thoughts about the deaths? I was very unpredictable about Gamora. I did not think any of the main Guardian characters would die. I thought Nebula was more likely to go out besides Gamora.
Yeah, just like you, Zach, most of my deaths were wrong. Two of my deaths were right. Loki and Vision, of course, they were going to die in this movie. But yeah, Gamora, I did not see that coming at all. And it kind of makes sense. As Thanos, he will do anything in his power to make sure he gets to his mission, and that is claiming all the Infinity Stones. And he, of course, had to kill his daughter Gamora to get the Soul Stone, which makes Thanos such a layered villain, even though he knew he didn't want to kill her. And that was just a heartbreaking death when I saw that in theaters. But yeah, when everybody vanished, I was like, what? No way they're dead. No way they're dead.
No, I agree. And what about you, John? What do you think about the deaths? Were they predictable to you? I mean, Loki and Heimdall, I think a lot of us assumed were going to die. Mostly Heimdall. I mean, come on.
Yeah, exactly. I did kind of predict that Loki was going to die, like one of the first ones, based off when Thor Ragnarok, how it ended, and how this one seemed to be like it was going to pick up. But yeah, I think I agree with everyone that Gamora, I didn't see her dying because she, obviously we're going to get a Guardians of the Galaxy 3. So, but I thought her death was handled really well. I thought her interactions with Thanos were really well done. And yeah, and then everybody vanishing. For some reason, the first time watching this film, I missed the part when he snapped. So when everybody was fading away, I was like, well, what's going on? But
yeah, it's a pretty major part.
Yeah.
So and Black Panther, Doctor Strange, basically everyone but Rocket Raccoon and the OG Avengers. So
so happy Rocket survived. I'm just saying.
Nebula.
Nebula too. That's going to be a nice dynamic too. I mean, and then of course, Tyler, I want to get your thoughts too on the deaths. Like, what did you think about this whole thing?
Oh yeah, well, I mean, I kind of figured that Gamora or Nebula was going to go, but more so, Nebula, just because. But then I realized that because. But the thing is, like, I don't think Thanos really cares about her very much.
No.
She kind of keeps trying to kill him.
And I think that's something that I look at the Avengers Infinity War, and I see that obviously this film is also projecting it forward to Avengers 4, but also films afterwards. So we all know Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is coming back. We all know there's another one coming. So I look at Gamora and I'm like, okay, well, where else would her character have gone? But Star-Lord's character is the main character. So obviously that's going to open up a big room for the next Guardians that I really appreciate. Of course, I think my favorite scene, though, when everyone's disappearing is seeing Tony. I mean, we get that shot in the trailer of when he's holding his hand. But we didn't know what was happening.
Now you know why he was like that.
That is one of the best shot scenes and one of the best emotional scenes. And
That's
I see Tom going like this. So Tom, I know you can think about that. I mean, god damn, that scene just the death scenes. I mean, just seeing. I mean, I think one of the big things that shocked me was when Black Panther goes to hold Okoye and he disappears.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not seeing.
Stand up.
Oh, there goes Ryan. Almost Sideways is in here. He says, "How do you guys feel that Gamora got fridged? Fridge is something they did in comics where they kill a female character to benefit a male character." I mean, it felt good for the terms. I just don't see where her character would have gone in an aspect of. What are you supposed to do next? But really where they left us off is, so we know Loki's dead, Heimdall's dead, Gamora's dead, and Vision's dead. I do
no resurrections.
Yeah, I don't see them. I mean,
Black Order.
We forgot to talk about the Black Order. Let's talk about them.
They got friggin'
Let's talk about them. Did you guys like him? I liked Squidward and all of his crew. I thought
Squidward is the best one.
Squidward and
Piss off, Squidward.
They were kind of underwhelming for me.
His death was so cheesy. He was like,
Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch just friggin' owned the on the
battlefield. Me at midnight.
Proxima Midnight got her ass smacked.
Like, why was he up there this whole time?
That was an awesome moment. Black Widow, Okoye, and Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Oh my goodness.
That was badass.
And I think as we're talking about characters who are alive through a majority of this film, let's talk about the character interactions. The Russo brothers did such a great job pairing certain characters with which. I want to start with you, John. Who was your favorite character interactions in this whole thing? If you could only watch one segment of which character interactions, which one was your favorite to see?
Damn, that's hard, but I really liked Thor in this film overall, and I really like what they did with Rocket and stuff like that. So I think that was pretty cool. But yeah, overall, I love seeing Doctor Strange and Tony go back and forth. He's saying, "Hey, I don't work for you, so I don't have to listen to you." And yeah, but I have to say Thor and the Guardians were probably my favorite pairing.
Yeah, I agree. Now, what about you, Tyler? Who was your favorite character interaction throughout this whole thing?
Oh, I mean, that's a tough one. It would have to be between Thor, Teen Groot, and Rocket. But I mean, I thought some of the funniest stuff came from Tony and Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I agree. That was actually my favorite one. Was that whole interaction?
That's my favorite too.
Yeah, see, and Ryan's going with me right there. What about you, Tom? What was your favorite character interaction?
I gotta go with Thor and the Guardians. I mean that.
See, and I think that's where it goes through a lot.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's what I look at is that like Captain America and Wakanda all got really sidelined throughout this whole film.
It really did. I was thinking about that.
They were like
one of my
cons,
the C plot.
yeah.
I mean, this was really overall really the central protagonist out of the original Avengers was Thor and Iron Man. And from there, I mean, we all can look for like obviously the OG Avengers, all of them survived So in Avengers 4, we can all assume that they're going to be joined with Rocket and Okoye and whatnot to see where they go. And Ant-Man and maybe Hawkeye.
And Hawkeye.
He'll get all
Captain
Marvel.
Marvel.
And Captain Marvel.
And because the distress signal at the end was like, Captain Marvel's coming.
Captain Marvel!
I remember the girl next to me in the theater the second time I watched it. She was like, man, Nick Fury died, but what was that button for? Who is he calling? Was he calling like Captain America? I was like...
That was so obvious.
No, but so no, okay. Now, obviously, we already started talking about the character interactions, but I think everyone had their one favorite character in here. And for me, my favorite character throughout this whole one was Doctor Strange, which is very surprising. Yeah. He came to play. Benedict Cumberbatch had some great moments. And Ryan, I want to hear, is this your favorite character too, or is another one standing out to you? Because it really goes back between Thor and Doctor Strange for me.
Out of the heroes, Doctor Strange was my favorite. Because, guys, I'll be honest with you. I'm not a huge fan of Doctor Strange because I didn't love him in his origin film, but he was so much better in this movie. He was more funny. He was more arrogant. I love his interactions with Tony Stark. So honest and real. Yeah. But my favorite character was Thanos. This is his movie.
It is his actual movie.
This dude... As like I said in my review, my opinion, he's the greatest comic book villain I've ever seen. Even over Heath Ledger's Joker, in my honest opinion.
Wow. That's some big damn words right there.
Wow.
You're opening up a can of words
there. I just opened up some debates going on in the chat. But,
instant comments.
He was the best character. He's a villain that gets shit done.
Now, we got a Celtics fan in here, and I want to hear, who was your favorite character? Was it ending up being Thor, or did someone else stand out to you?
It ended up being Thor. And I got to tell you guys, like, I am not a big fan of Thor and Thor the Dark World. Those are actually my two least favorite MCU films. Not huge on Thor Ragnarok, but this film, just Thor's character arc and wanting to avenge his brother and the scenes that he had, just amazing. And he had a lot of laughs in there too. I really love Thor in this film.
I'll agree with you. Like, Thor was great, and he's always been one of my least favorite Avengers. But I did like him in Thor Ragnarok, even though I don't love the film. I enjoy what he does in character, but really his whole character arc throughout all the films really tie together perfectly in this film, and I think that's something great that the Russo brothers really focused on. Now, I want to see Tyler. Who was your favorite character?
I mean, Doctor Strange is definitely up there, and Thor. Thor had some of the craziest moments in there. I mean, Doctor Strange had some pretty good moments too, with like all the crazy different magic he's learned since then. I mean, all the crazy moves he pulls off in the movie. I mean, when he freaking turns into like 5,000 copies of himself and does that crazy move on Thanos.
Yeah, straight out of Naruto.
Yeah, Hikage Bushin. Shadow clone jutsu.
Dude, I want a Funko Pop of all the arms and shit.
He easily stood up to Thanos, like, dang.
Yes, and now John, who is your favorite character? I know it has to be Squidward.
Yeah.
Squidward, hands down.
No, actually, I really enjoyed his character. I thought he was really well portrayed. But going into this, I really wanted to see more Cap. But unfortunately, he got sidelined. Hopefully, he's going to be more prominent in the fourth one. But I see my favorite character besides Thanos has to be Thor. That scene where he finally comes back when he gets the Stormbreaker in Wakanda, that was amazing. He just started. He's like, "Bring me Thanos," and I don't know. That was just everything about his character arc in this film was amazing. Really
he went like full Super Saiyan and just like
he went to you went to
he just like friggin' just rammed that Stormbreaker like way
but he didn't take John Wick's tip. Always shoot for the head.
Yeah, it's like he didn't go. He should have went for the head.
Now, as we're talking about Thanos, this is where I'm going to bring to a great segue. Is talking about, again, Ryan said this. He thinks this is the best comic book villain of all time. I wouldn't go as far to say I think he does rival Heath Ledger.
It's debatable.
Thanos is the things they did with him is because Marvel has not had the best villains. I think we can all agree with that. They do have some good ones, and
they've gotten better in recent years.
They really have gotten better. I think Hela's shit, but whatever. Thanos,
Goddess of death.
Thanos for me stuck out to me like a sore thumb, and not because his head looks like a purple thumb or a ball sack, whichever one. Thanos. I mean, Josh Brolin. What a wonderful performance.
Yeah,
You
definitely.
felt the emotion in him.
Hell yeah.
And I think the performance capture really stuck out. And can we talk about how good he looked in the scenes? He looked like an actual. I mean, I see all your guys' eyes opening up like wide. Like how good. I mean, the CGI and the visual effects on Thanos were fantastic.
Oh yeah, and he looks good as Cable too. Off, kind of off top.
Yeah.
He's just gonna take over all of May in the summer just between being Thanos.
Pretty much, and then you got Sicario in June.
Sicario too.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So looking forward to that.
The year of Josh Brolin.
But really, I just really enjoyed their interaction. I think Thanos was great, and his storyline with Gamora was daddy issues to the max.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, but you guys have anything else to say about Thanos? Like anything else that surprised you how good that brought him out?
I was just so surprised with like the emotional level. Like I didn't expect them to go that route, but like you really felt for Thanos and you got both sides. I wasn't expecting it. As much as the Russo brothers kept saying this is Thanos' move, this is Thanos' move, I was like, it's not gonna be Thanos' movie. It was.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, he was in it a lot.
And then they don't mean it, and then it's like, oh no, he really is the main character of this film, which is great because when Avengers 4 comes out, they're probably gonna not focus on him as much because he's probably just gonna be a farmer looking at the sunset, getting his farmer's tan.
Yeah, I hope he has a farmer's tan.
But man, dude, he was fucking menacing.
He just straight up tortured Nebula so Gamora would give up the Soul Stone.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, dude, he's ruthless. He will do anything to get. I want to talk about that fucking opening scene.
Oh yeah, bring it up. Bring it up.
Yes.
They killed everybody.
I had so much chills watching that scene, and the score. Oh my god, Alan Silvestri's score is amazing.
Yeah, the score was really well done.
I saw it. I remember Tom tweeted this. It's eargasmic.
That's a good word.
It literally
like when you see Thanos in the opening scene and the Asgardians, they are all beat up to shit, and then freaking Hulk fights Thanos. I was like, oh my god, this is happening. I love when Squidward's
like, let him have his fun. Let him have his fun.
Let him have his fun. And then freaking Thanos beats the shit out of him like The Rock did to Jason Statham in Fury 7.
Damn. No, that battle was great. And you know what? Adam from Almost Sideways actually posted something in the chat that I really want to bring up. That interaction between him and Tony talking was great. When he was like, Tony's like, you know me? That was just fantastic.
Still though, it's just like, I hope they remember you.
I hope they remember you.
Yeah.
You have my respect, Stark.
Yeah.
I know. And then Star-Lord, Star-Lord got the approval of the dad.
Oh yeah.
Here's the boyfriend.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine that?
Like you.
Can you imagine that prom picture would be so great? Instead of like the dad holding the gun, you have him holding his gauntlet. Like this.
That'd be horrifying.
I like you.
No, that was just great.
And then that scene was intense, and then he freaking shoots his blaster and bubbles come out.
Yeah.
Yes. Dude, I love.
Can we talk about that scene, Zach? Because
they can do a discussion. Spoil shit out of this,
guys. But then we find out Thanos already has the
he tricked everybody, and then it's like the wipe and everything.
That was awesome.
That scene was great.
The Collector was gone too.
It was so cool.
Oh yeah, we forgot. Poor rest in peace, Collector.
Oh man, I really liked him. I don't know how they're gonna explain that. At Disneyland, they have that new Guardians right, and it ties in, so it doesn't make sense how he's still dead.
It's okay. Josh Brolin and Benicio del Toro will be in Sicario too.
Oh yeah, they'll bring it
the best crossover. It's a crossover.
I love when Collector's like, brilliant, magnificent.
Yeah.
But So coming from there, we're gonna talk about the biggest surprises in this film because this film has big surprises. Now I want to scream one out. Because when it happened, I almost freaked out, and that is Red Skull.
Yes,
finally
shows
up.
That took me a minute to realize though, because I was like, wait, is that Red Skull?
And even though my friend Gloria, I'm gonna give you, if you ever watch this, I'm sorry, I'm kind of throwing you under the bus. I don't care if you thought it was Hellboy for a second. I understand you're not the biggest Marvel fan. You thought it was Hellboy for a second. I corrected you. That was fine. But I'm glad you got still excited, just as excited as I did, because I love Red Skull. Even though Hugo Weaving didn't come back to play, I like the actor they picked to play him. It was a really good choice to pick Ross. Marquez from Walking Dead. He's a good impressionist, so he did a great job. But Red Skull, holy shit! Let's talk about Red Skull for a second. We all know
who saw that coming?
Oh, that was a weird surprise.
I mean, he can float now.
Well,
yeah, he's pretty old.
I thought I had a feeling
friends saying stuff.
What were you
Going
saying,
off
Tom?
friends saying stuff, this person at my school, this girl in my sociology class, thought Infinity War was a Star Wars movie.
That'd be interesting. Episode 9.
Yeah.
Episode 9, Infinity War.
I mean, it felt like Empire Strikes Back. It felt like Empire
yes, it did.
So
it is. Yeah,
the Empire
Oh,
Strikes
definitely.
Back. Or what Griffin from
Seeing Red Skull was awesome.
No, yeah. I totally agree.
Seeing Red Skull was absolutely amazing. He's one of my favorite MCU villains. So, like, seeing him back was just... I mean, I screamed. I was happy.
We all did.
Tell that to my brother Cody. He hates Red Skull.
Oh, Cody!
Come on, Cody. First Star Wars, now this.
Yeah.
It only gets worse.
But, so we find out that at the end of First Avenger, Red Skull, he gets shoot up from the Tesseract and he lands on Vormir, where the Soul Stone is.
Yeah.
And I do have one thing. How is he floating?
Magic.
No, honestly, when the
from
hook
Harry
came
Potter.
over, I was sitting there. I was like, "Is this Death? Is this gonna be Death
Same.
from the comics?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Is that a Dementor from Harry Potter?
Or that? Or that.
Where's the wand? Use the wand.
Or those things from Lord of the Rings.
What a
those things too.
What a beautiful way to put him in this film.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I guess it was just pretty cool. But seriously, guys, what are some other big surprises to you? We already talked about Gamora dying, Red Skull popping up. What are some big other surprises to you? John, from the Real Talk, let's talk about it. What is a big surprise that stuck out to you?
Besides those, I mean, Red Skull coming back was awesome to see him and Thanos side by side. But other than that, I'm not really sure if there's like other surprises that we could kind of talk about that huge little dude. I forgot his name.
Tyrion.
Tyrion Lannister.
Peter.
I didn't know who he was going to play, but
I thought that was a little too cheesy. I was like, why does he have to be?
It was weird.
He didn't need to be in it.
And he was big, and they deepened his voice.
Yeah.
That's how death works.
Yeah. He's like, that's.
I mean, he fits the part. He fits the part.
Yeah.
I will say this though, when he came up on screen and they showed who it was, three people in my audience went, "What the fuck?"
I thought that in my head.
Laughed in mine.
I was like, "Oh my god, Peter Dinklage."
I think that was the one part that really stuck out to me, and not in the best way.
Yeah.
Even though I love the actor, I mean, but Tom, what are some big surprises to you? Like, what was a big surprise moment that was like, damn, this is cool? No matter how small it was.
It's got to be how serious the post-credit scene was. Like, I was expecting it to be serious, but
yeah,
it was serious. And then that line. Oh my god.
And Captain Marvel.
Yes.
And Nick Fury, mother.
Fuck.
Samuel.
Right, so let's get your impression of Nick Fury right now.
Mother.
Yeah.
There ain't no buts here.
No. I mean, it was a good, nice, like, the ending. I think the big surprise for me, besides Red Skull, was him doing that. I didn't think they were going to have a ballsy ending like that. And I'll even go more to say that I didn't think that they were actually going to, really, I didn't think Thor was going to come into play right at the end. I did not. I was never thinking he was going to. I thought he was going to end up going to Titan, not Wakanda.
He just straight up teleported there with Rocket and.
Dude, I love that. Now he can do what Heimdall does. This dude can go wherever.
Yeah, bro.
But Ryan, let's talk about it. What was a big surprise to you? What was like that big surprise moment that was like, damn, this is awesome?
You brought it up, the Thor showing up on Wakanda, but really my biggest surprise was the ending of how the whole vanishing thing came into play. I didn't predict at all that Thor would stab Thanos at the end. And then the thing that shocked me the most was Thanos saying, "You should have aimed for the head." That freaking everyone in my theater gasped. Like, I did not expect all those Avengers.
I got literally shivers down my spine. Like shivers.
When Thor showed up in Wakanda, my theater was fucking cheering.
Yeah, me too.
This was literally, I think we can all agree. I hope everyone had the same audience I did. the best audience experience I've ever had watching a film.
Ever.
And then,
definitely.
the thing that makes it more epic is when Bruce Banner says, "Yeah, yo, screw now."
And he's in the Hulkbuster. That was surprising to me.
No, and what was it? I mean, when I went to my press screening for this, I was shocked by how much people were actually into it. But seeing it opening night with a bunch of big fucking nerds was the best thing because everyone was cheering, clapping, and just totally going for it. And the lady next to me, she turns to me when the film ends and she's like, "Please tell me that's not it. Please." Because she heard me talking about it. The next one, she's like, "Please tell me there's another one." She's like, "It cannot end like this." And it was great getting that interaction. Like a bunch of just big nerds talking to each other. Like this is literally probably the best cinematic experience and best cinematic ride I've ever been on in a film.
Yeah,
it was just
brilliant for sure.
But
I don't
Tyler,
think I'll ever have that again.
Yeah, Tyler, any big surprises that you got through this film?
I mean, we pretty much glossed over the majority of them, but I was surprised they actually almost got the gauntlet off of Thanos.
Yeah!
Oh, yes!
Dude, when it was slipping off, Spidey's, I got it!
Star-Lord, you fucked up, man.
Yeah, I do want to say one thing. I love when Bucky looks at Rocket and just picks him up and just boom, 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 boom.
That was so epic.
Thor's interactions
How much for the gun?
Were pretty good.
How much for the gun? How much for the arm?
How much for the arm?
I'm going to get that arm. And also, then the eyeball. I thought, okay,
that was
Thor
weird.
Ragnarok really has no purpose now because he got his eyeball back.
They just retconned everything in Ragnarok.
I got to talk about the stuff on Wakanda. Even though I wanted more Wakanda in the movie, my favorite part of that battle is when they're all lining up to face the Black Order animals.
Oh, yeah.
And Baku shows up. He's like, "Mata! Boom, boom."
Mata!
But like my favorite part of that whole thing is just seeing everybody charging at those animals, and then Black Panther and Cap.
Oh my god!
Did no one else in theater laugh when you see Captain America and Black Panther running and they're kind of like racing?
He's just like freaking booking it next to Black Panther,
like the Flash or some shit.
Like laughing, they're like some guy
of Civil War. Civil War, they had the same thing.
Oh yeah. What if you just saw Tom Cruise coming up?
Yeah, a big cloud coming behind him. He's getting chased.
He would probably do his own
how it all started though. I loved how it all started though with T'Challa going "Wakanda forever," and then they all just charged. My theater blew up when that happened.
Goosebumps. Like I said, I mean, like I'm so curious to see how the next Avengers goes. Like I'm guessing it's gonna have crowd pleasing moments like this, but will it be this interactive? I mean, the amount of love this film is getting. This film, I think the next Avengers is gonna be just as big. And especially after this ending, like I said, this is literally The Empire Strikes Back, and just like Griffin says, or the two towers of this franchise.
Yes.
Like, this is such a big moment for just in general, like how big this moment is. But going from there, everyone's got to have their favorite scene. One scene that really sticks out to you, and for me, my favorite scene in this whole film has to be, honestly, when Iron Man is going against Thanos. And when he gets stabbed, I love that scene to death. What about you guys? I'm going to start with Tyler this time around. What was your favorite scene? One scene that stuck out to you the most. One scene.
I mean, that's a tough one. I mean, that's a good one. The first time you see Cap in the shadow and they throw Proxima.
Yeah. We haven't even talked about that whole.
Yeah, where they're randomly in Scotland and Vision's human.
The accent is gone too.
Oh yes, Who was gonna bring up the accent?
I brought it up to Zach yesterday when we were talking in messages. But like,
Scarlet
it was
Witch
like
had no accent.
Like, she just like lost it. I guess being in Scotland, when you think she'd have like a Scottish accent or something.
That's true.
Never
and it's not like
coming.
Paul Bettany's British, so I don't know how she would sound British. He
Yeah,
just gave up.
But Tom, tell me, what was your favorite scene, man? I'm sure you have one to geek out about.
The more and more I see this film, it's probably going to change. But as for right now, when Thor shows up in Wakanda, and he just takes everyone out, gets the Stormbreaker, and you hear the Avengers theme start playing, everyone blows up in my theater. He got a standing ovation. And then when he goes, "Bring me Thanos!" and he just goes absolutely crazy. That is my favorite scene.
Where'd he get his outfit from? I mean, can I just say, like, where'd he get the long sleeves from? The cape? Like, does he just did the fucking dwarf?
It felt
make
like
that
his original outfit in the first Avengers.
That's true. But honestly, more badass. Everyone's badass. Iron Man's armor. The nanotechnology.
The bleeding edge.
Dude.
Yeah, that was awesome. But all right, John, from the real talk. Oh, Ryan, you want to go first?
Yeah, that's actually my favorite scene in the movie is seeing Iron Man, Doctor Strange, Juan, and Bruce Banner, because he's not Hulk, fight what's his name?
That was a great fight scene. Cole Obsidian and Squidward.
Ebony Maw and Squidward. Yeah. Ebony Maw and the Black Dwarf. When they were all fighting.
That scene was impressive. And then Spider-Man.
Spider-Man came out of nowhere.
Hey, what's up?
What about that Stan Lee cameo though? Have you guys
that's it.
I love when Ned's like, hey,
we're all gonna die.
Yeah, that's the good way to get distraction.
That scene when freaking Spider-Man comes in, he's like, so what's going on today? Evil aliens trying to take a magical stone from wizards.
Yeah, wizards. The wizards.
But John, the big toke yourself. What's your favorite scene, man?
I think I have to agree with Tom when Thor comes in, he just starts wrecking all those Venom-looking things. It was just amazing because I thought it was built up so well, like his character arc in this film. So once he gets there and he's like, "Bring me Thanos," that was awesome.
And I see Just Jay's talking about. We haven't even talked about Black Widow and how badass she was against Promixia Midnight.
Yeah.
That was awesome,
dude. I'm just gonna say this. I didn't know how I was gonna like the blonde hair, but Scarlett.
It was really random.
Please keep the blonde hair. You look beautiful.
Well, Scarlett Johansson's ruined for
a lot of
me
hair changes
because of the flick pick.
True. now, obviously, this is a movie, so there are some things that are our least favorite things. And who wants to start? Who wants to talk about their least favorite thing? Just one thing that you didn't really like. I mean, everyone has their one thing about it. Someone has got to start. And I think I'm going to talk. John, how about you kick it off? What's your least favorite thing about this film?
To be honest, when I did my review, I was trying to think about stuff that I didn't like about the film, but I think there was just two scenes in particular where the CGI looked kind of weird and it involves Thanos when he grabs Loki and the Collector. It looked kind of off, but other than that, I don't know. I can't seem to find anything else that I didn't really like about the film.
Hey, that's true. I do agree. Some of the CGI you can tell really went into Thanos. I will say some of the background images you can really pick in place, but it wasn't too bad. But Ryan, tell me, what was your least favorite thing about this film?
My least favorite thing is some characters really didn't do much of anything. Like Groot, teenage Groot didn't do shit in this movie.
He played Space Invaders.
He plays a game. He plays a game the whole movie, and then he uses Branch 2 times in the movie.
That was one of his two things he did in the movie. It was like he did that, and then he had that like epic spear move on the battlefield. That was really bad.
I love when Thor's like, "This is my tree friend. I am Groot. I am Steve Rogers."
Your haircut.
And Thor can understand him. Thor can understand Groot.
Oh yeah, he took it as an elective.
Yeah, he took it as an elective of all things.
No, I totally agree.
New haircut. You copying my beard?
It was great. It was great. I love seeing that. But Tyler, tell me, what was your least favorite thing? Did you have something that you were least favorite about?
I mean, I didn't really like how Ebony Maw went out, just because I feel like I wanted to see more of him.
He was probably the most badass out of all of them. I'm sorry.
That's like
we lost Tom. It looks like we lost Tom, but we'll just keep talking about this. We'll come back. Oh, there he goes. Tom Jack.
Yeah, he came back real quick.
Sorry, guys. He vanished. He vanished for a second. It's all right.
Use the time stone. He's all right.
Yeah, we went back in time.
But yeah, so Tom, we were talking about our least favorite scenes. What's the least favorite scene to you? And maybe it involves a rabbit.
The rabbit is right. The rabbit's right.
Well, honestly,
freaking rabbit.
Well, honestly, I didn't really have a least favorite scene. Like
I love all the humor in the movie.
I think we lost him again. All right, I'll talk about my least favorite thing.
He's fading.
My least favorite scene in here, and I don't even know if it was bad. I honestly, the whole Thor subplot sometimes took me out, and I think a lot of it had to be because of Tyrion. I don't know why. I see him as Tyrion, and I don't think he should have been big. He should have been normal sized. But I did definitely, and I do agree. I think besides that, that's really the only slow moment. I wish they would have just stayed on that scene and had him made his fucking axe / hammer really fast. Yeah, I wish they would have made Stormbreaker like right away and then him just disappear.
Yeah, they took a long time actually building that thing.
And I wish it would have taken a little bit more time. I wish it would have taken less time. I think that really took away a lot of the aspects. I would have rather gotten more scenes in Wakanda.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of my flaws too. More Wakanda.
And I think that's really it for least favorite scenes. I mean, nothing that really totally like pissed me off or anything. The ending was great, and I just this movie was fantastic. I mean, that's something that we do have to say. And it looks like we got Tom back in here, so nice to have you back in here, man. If he can join.
He can't hear us.
Can't hear him.
No, it's fine. All right. We'll move on to the next thing.
So the next is trolling us, guys.
The next thing, Thanos is fucking stuff. I took the gauntlet from him. So the thing we gotta talk about though is something we wish we would have seen, and something I wish we would have seen is more Cap and Bucky interaction since it's been two fucking years.
They looked at each other deeply though.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. I wish we would have gotten more interactions between them, and that's really it for something I really wanted to see. What about you guys? Ryan, how about you kick it off for this one?
I would have loved to see Tony and Steve reunite with each other, but that's not going to happen until 4.
Oh man!
I mean, seeing that opening scene in Doctor Strange Santorum, like call Steve, and he's like, "That's hard. The Avengers are split up. We're toast."
Yeah,
I hated how
Bruce didn't even know.
I hated how people laughed about the cell phone. It's like he got that at the end of Civil War. Does
no
one remember
exactly.
this?
Yeah. I thought the phone was gonna be broken after that battle.
Yeah. Where does his glasses go? I'm sorry.
He just had glasses for one scene or two, and then just didn't have
them.
But
Tom, we're talking about what's something you wish you would have seen. What's something that you wish you would have seen in there? Is he back? No. Damn it.
No, man. He's yeah.
Damn it, Thanos.
Fuck you,
Thanos.
Tyler, what's something you wish you would have seen?
Captain Marvel.
Oh, yeah. Brie Larson for the win.
I would love to see Captain Marvel.
Just show up at the end for I mean, if that would have been part of the end credits or just
Brie
that's the way
Larson.
that movie ended, or she just showed up. I mean, and they could just cut the black, that would have been fine.
Just showed her flying down like it shows her feet, then her going.
Oh yeah, got it with the ching when she smiles.
Totally agree.
Like the cliche wink. Ding.
Yeah, but I mean, Captain Marvel's definitely one.
Yeah, I totally agree with it. And what about you, Big Toke?
I would have liked to seen more Captain America, definitely, and maybe Hulk again, but he had ED. He was just too scared of Thanos to come out.
Yeah, he's like, no!
He needed Hulk Viagra for that.
That was funny though when that scene when Ebony Maw and all them were in the city and he kept trying to Hulk out. And it's like, can you get him?
Dude, you're embarrassing me in front of the Wizards.
There were so many great one-liners in this film that didn't sound cheesy. Like they were just perfect for the moment.
Doctor Strange just sent him away. He just sent him away. Like, goodbye.
Mr. Stark, Mr. Banner, if you're going to be involved.
Yeah, he dropped him through that portal with half a car.
Great. It's great. But something that we all keep bringing up.
Is useless against me.
Dude, the voices they picked out, fantastic. The voices they picked out were fantastic for the Black Order. I love Carrie Coon as Proximia Midnight. She's one of the most underrated actresses in there. But Ebony Maw, I don't know who the hell plays him. But
Ebony Maw's my favorite.
He was great.
For the scenes he was in, yeah.
Well, he died. I just love. Have we brought up Spider-Man bringing up the alien reference yet? Just how he did the Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, it's like
I've seen aliens.
If they put an egg in my chest, then I'm sorry.
And then Mantis, please don't put it.
Like get away from me. Get away from me.
No more pop culture references this entire time.
And we actually saw the freaking Spidey senses.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Finally. Yeah, they brought that. He didn't even have him in Homecoming.
No, and that's something that I really appreciated. That Spider-Man got some more web slinging action. That was my one complaint from Homecoming.
His
Iron Spider
arms.
Oh, dude, my crowd went into applause when his things came out of his back.
Yeah, awesome. It's the only reason why he didn't get sucked into space.
Pretty much.
Trying to send him back.
Yeah, I thought like they were really actually going to send Spider-Man back to Earth with that. Like, that was your one. That was like your one. That was your one bit of Spider-Man for a while.
But you know what else had me? I loved is when they actually almost, like we all talked about it earlier, when Thanos almost had him. When they almost had him, Mantis was like, he's strong. Like, Mantis was great. I'm glad they used her for that aspect of here. Tom, can you hear us? Are you back? Did Thanos get you?
Tom, are you still then?
Thanos!
I think I'm back. Thanos was using the heat stone to overheat everything in my room. So,
okay.
It just kept crashing.
Let's go back and talk. I want to get your least favorite thing about this film and something that you wish you would have seen.
Least favorite thing, I really couldn't find one. So I'm just gonna go technical with like technology wise. The green screen looked terrible in Wakanda, and you said thing I wish I could have seen.
Yeah, something that you wish you would have seen in the film. Like I brought up Bucky and Cap's interaction, which we would have gotten a little bit more of that.
I want to see Iron Man and Cap interact again.
Yeah,
I didn't even think about that until after I saw
That's gonna be
like,
awkward
they never
though,
talked.
whenever they do talk to each other.
Yeah, it's gonna be more awkward than Banner and Nat.
Yeah,
I love when Falcon's like, "This is awkward."
This is awkward.
Falcon. That's what I really like. War Machine and Falcon both. Everyone really got that one moment. Mantis got a moment. Drax got a moment. Everyone got that one cool action moment. That M'Baku got one smacking the fucking
War Machine just dropped all those bombs. War Machine just dropped all those bombs right on the front line as he just flew
Falcon,
by.
Scarlet Witch bringing those machines. Dude, she's OP.
Yeah.
She's OP.
That's why she's not used very much.
And then Okoye's like, why was she up there the whole time?
Okoye was great. Like I said,
she's
everyone
way
got
too
that
OP.
one moment. Vision was
hurt. Like worthless most of the movie. Actually,
that action
He
sequence in the
killed
beginning-
Clovis. What's his name? Glaive.
Oh yeah, when he
Clovis Glaive. He killed.
that was
and
like
then
that was the one thing he did. It was like
that one scene when the Outriders are all like gaining up on them on top of the Hulkbuster when it gets on top of. I love when it gets on top of Bucky and Bucky just shanks it in the head.
Yeah.
Hulkbuster suit got shitted on.
I like how during that massive battle, Winter Soldier was just using an assault rifle.
How much for the gun?
Like everybody else has powers and they're all fighting, punching people, and you just have Winter Soldier shooting people.
So I have a question: why was she going for Vision? Why didn't she go for the Gauntlet? Why didn't she destroy the Gauntlet with all the stones in him? She's that powerful to destroy. Why didn't she just fucking?
That's the thing with Scarlet Witch, because Scarlet Witch is too OP. That's why they always throw her in the background and everything.
I see just
they need a
in the
second
live chat.
Infinity War
I
part
would have
2.
loved to see. I would have loved to see more Shuri too.
Yeah, did she live? Did she die? Did she turn to ash?
Yeah, we don't know what happened to her. One of the Black Order people got in there, and
you know what? That's something I wish we would have seen. I want to see her and Spider-Man interact.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Little romance.
People did.
Yeah.
Put a prom together.
Another interracial.
Black Panther. Black
Spider-Man
Panther will
prom.
be their guidance.
That's the sequel for the next one. I won't see it.
T'Challa will be the babysitter.
You are taking my baby sister to prom. I hope you are careful and never freeze.
If you don't dance with my daughter, I will kill you because I don't care.
Hey.
One of the best lines in Civil War.
No, absolutely.
I don't care.
My favorite Black Panther is no, we don't do that here.
I
love that when he bows.
He tricks him.
No, we don't do that here.
Now, okay, I gotta say, we've already talked about this a little slightly, but that fucking ending, that
fucking ending.
Everyone go through.
They all lived.
Starting from John, I want to hear what was your reaction the first time you saw that ending.
Oh man, I was losing it. I didn't know what to think because, like I said, I the first time around I missed when he snapped. So. But I mean, I was like, okay, for sure, Okoye's gonna go, not Black Panther. Black Panther went, Doctor Strange went, just everybody. I was just like, holy shit! Like, is this really gonna happen? Is this really how they're gonna end it?
And Bucky.
Oh yeah, Bucky, Steve.
And Steve's like, no,
Groot.
When the film ended, me and my friend both verbally said this. We said this in a press screening in front of a bunch of people. Fuck! Now, Ryan, tell me, what was your initial reaction to seeing that ending? Did you think they were going to be bald about it?
I was telling you guys, my whole theater went after Thanos was like, you should have went for the head. It was like, oh! And then I was just like, what? No way is this happening. And then it shows the ending of Thanos sitting at the sunset like he said he would.
And he's smiling.
He completed his mission, he's smiling, and then it just goes black. And then directors of Anthony and Joe Russo, everyone was like, no, and somebody was crying. I heard someone crying.
Oh yeah, some people were crying in my theater when everybody was fading.
I agree.
And everybody, and Zach, everybody was talking. That like everyone's like, what the fuck just happened?
That's how I felt.
Now, Tom, tell me, what was your initial reactions to seeing that ending?
All right, we'll start I guess from the beginning of the end. The slow motion of Thanos just taking everybody out. Bucky thinking he can just shoot him. I'm just sitting there like, holy crap. And then when him and Scarlet Witch are going at it, I'm sitting on the edge of my seat. I'm like curling myself up, which is something I've not done since Blade Runner 2049. It's very rare for me to be so on the edge of my seat I'm about to fall out.
Yeah.
And then everyone dying. I'm sitting there crying. The dude next to me, like I went to the film alone. The dude next to me starts patting my shoulder, and then it ends. And I was just sitting there, and everyone's talking around me, but I'm like so focused. And then I was just like, and one thing that Stuckman brought up in his spoiler review, talking about how like it was a Dark Knight style, Nolan style credits. I was just sitting there, and they were extra long just because so many people worked on this film. I'm just sitting there and just like gathering everything. And then that
John dropped on the floor. Now, Tyler, I want to hear, what were your initial reactions? Were you surprised where they went? Were you just like, what the fuck?
Well, I mean, at first I was like, my mind couldn't process. Like, wait, are they dying? Is this death? Like, is this actually happening? And then there was like, as the characters were being picked off, it was like, okay. I mean, those are fine. That's acceptable. Then they started going to like Doctor Strange and Spider-Man, Black Panther, Bucky. It was like, okay, this is ridiculous.
And they left it with the original Avengers, which is a perfect, great way to go into Avengers 4. Definitely. And I think that is something that we're all here. I have never left a film in a very long time and been like, I have no idea where they're going to go. I do have my theories, and I think that's what we're going to talk about, is theories for Avengers 4. Now, two theories I do have in particular is where's Hawkeye and Ant-Man. We did get our disclosure of where they're at. I do think that bringing Hawkeye back in, his family probably ended up disappearing. And Ant-Man and the Wasp will probably end up seeing in a post-credit scene their families disappearing, which brings them all into the whole fray of this whole thing. Ants.
The ants are the ones that disappear. It's the ants that disappear, not his family. He's like, why are all my ants disappearing?
But yeah, so do all animals disappear too? Like half the population of animals, or is it just human people? This is a big question, because now pandas could go back to being an endangered species. Fuck Thanos, he just fucked that up for everyone.
Thanos decides what's endangered and what isn't.
Thanos, why?
But
pandas.
No, but for real, like that. I mean that's where I really see it. But something I dug deep into some shit. So the Soul Stone, I guess we can all assume they're all going to get back together. Thor can pretty much go anywhere now.
Yeah.
But it's really, a lot of it's going to be getting the team back together, finding Thanos, and making him turn it. I think a big theory I want to go around you guys is, obviously we know someone else will probably end up wielding the gauntlet to reverse it. Who will wield the gauntlet is my big question to you guys. John?
I think it would be awesome if they stay faithful to the comics and have Nebula do it. But other than that, I can see Tony do it as well.
Tony is the first human in the comics to wield the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah, so that would be awesome too. But other than that, I think those are my two picks. Or maybe Thanos himself, because in the comics, Thanos is kind of, that's the reason he loses. He doesn't feel like he's, kind of worthy of all this stuff. So he kind of loses.
That's a true idea. What about you, my friend Tom? Who do you think will wield the gauntlet?
I'm going out and say this. No one else is going to say this. I think the Hulk will do it.
Ooh,
I think they finally get the Hulk out because
revenge, bitch.
Because the gauntlet is so big. I think that it would only make sense for the biggest Avenger. It only fits
him. It's like Cinderella. Like it only fits him, so he has to do it.
Now, what about you, Ryan? Who do you think?
I think it's either Captain Marvel, Captain America, one of those two.
No one gonna think Adam Warlock's gonna come into play?
I mean, he's in the Soul Stone in the comics, but he's not introduced yet.
I think he's gonna come out in Guardians 3.
Yeah, they're waiting for that one.
Who do you think's gonna wield it?
Ryan pretty much said the two I thought. Well, the only other one I could think of other than Captain Marvel and Captain America would be like Drax.
He'd use it to go invisible with the reality stuff.
Yeah, that's all.
Massive the invisibility.
Now,
because he can get revenge for his family.
See, I'm kind of with John in the aspect that I think it's. I would love to see Nebula. I don't think. They'll probably go with Tony. I do think the next film. I think as it goes on, we will lose each of our main Avengers. And it'll probably go, I would probably say Thor will be the first one to go out. And then just go from there. Thor, Cap,
Iron Man.
Whatnot.
Yeah.
Iron Man should be best for last.
Black Widow.
Probably.
Black Widow
will live. Black Widow
will
live.
Hawkeye.
Hawkeye
I'll be safe for last, and it'll be really boring.
Ant-Man, Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, Black Panther will come back.
But
They got so many.
I do see I see at least 2 of our main heroes dying, and I want to hear what do you guys have any big theories for the next one? Or are you just like I don't know where the fuck it's gonna go?
I don't like to speculate. I just like to go in fresh, not really knowing anything.
Well,
but
I thought Luke Skywalker would be in the next one.
Luke Skywalker is going to be in Avengers.
Yeah,
He's gonna wield the gauntlet.
that's where he went.
What the fuck is going to happen?
That's where he went after the Last Jedi.
I'm just like Marvel. Can you please not release Ant-Man and the Wasp? Can you just release Avengers 4 like right now? I need to know answers.
That movie. Like nobody's even talking about Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah, I always feel bad for it. The first Ant-Man came out right after Avengers Age of Ultron. It's like, are you guys just trying? I mean, it's kind of like a nice palate cleanser after getting all this shit. I do want to throw out there, though, whoever's watching the live chat, make sure to throw out some more questions. I'm going to getting to the live viewership soon. We'll be going through those. But Tom, you got any theories? Tyler, John?
This isn't really a theory. It's something I want. I want either Iron Man to sacrifice himself to save Cap or the other way around.
Ooh.
And I want that to be the first time they really interact with each other. And like I just want that. I want Alan Silvestri to put together some crazy sad score.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Can we also pray Robert Downey Jr. Moves up the release date on this one too?
Oh yeah, it's next week.
Yeah.
That's probably the Russo brothers just trolling us. Like, you thought part 1 was dark. Wait till you see Avengers 4.
Part 2 is supposed to be longer too.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope.
This needs to be 3 hours.
Blu-ray.
I need 3 hours on. Make it Lord of the Rings, Return of the King epic.
Extended edition.
And then extended.
Yeah, extended edition. I want the Blu-ray to have an extended edition.
I want
5 hour Infinity War.
Extended edition with like twice more deaths.
Everyone dies. Everyone dies but Hawkeye.
The alternate ending.
Yeah, and then Stan Lee's the one that actually kills Thanos.
Like I have.
I love how Stan Lee was like, it's like none of you guys have seen a spaceship before.
It's like what the hell?
I'm an old man, and here's you purple grape.
Yeah.
Now,
but as far as theories, though, I think that Captain Marvel is probably just gonna wreck shit in that Avengers 4, at least at some point.
She's gonna pull some fortunes. So, do we think she's gonna be? Do we think she's gonna come in like really early in the film, or do you think she's gonna be more towards the end?
Man.
I mean, I think that she's gonna. For her solo movie, obviously it's set in the '90s, so they're just gonna do their own thing, and then she'll probably get the message from her and from Samuel Jackson at the end of the post-credit scene.
Yeah,
like oh shit, and then she just flies off, and then like Thanos.
Maybe meet one of her family members or someone close to her that also fades away. You know what I mean? That because obviously she is somewhere. She is somewhere, but
I was saying, where the heck has she been?
But it's like I am so excited for Captain Marvel. I've always loved that hero, so I have kind of a whole thing with that. But what about you, John? Any theories from you?
I honestly don't know what they're gonna do, like how they're gonna come back. We all seen those photos online where they have these little bracelet things or something, and there's Ant-Man in like an Avengers scene. So I don't know.
Steve Rogers looks like he used to. Steve Rogers looks clean shaven in the original Cap.
So could just be a time stones thing.
Yeah. So I mean, time travel is gonna have to be play a big part. It's gonna be a very wildly different film. I think we're all excited for Avengers. I think we all loved Avengers Infinity War. So before we get to the live viewership, I want each of you guys to go through and give us your score out of 10. John, what is your score out of 10?
I thought it was going to be 8 out of 10, but I went a second time, and I think it's closer to 9. So I'd have to say 8.5 out of 10. I think the Russos did an amazing job. The score from Alan Silvestri was amazing. Everybody got their moment. The action, CGI, Thanos. Just this movie all around was another hit from Marvel. So
great. Now, what about you, Ryan?
Well, my channel, I do 5 out of 5, but that's just because my enjoyment of the movie. But if we're talking perfectness, definitely not perfect. I go 9.5 out of 10 for Infinity War.
Great. Now, what about you, Tom?
Well, I actually, like Ryan, I said we do a different rating. I gave it an A+, but pun completely intended. I'm going infinity out of 10.
I love it. What about you, Tyler?
Well, I mean, I kind of lost interest in doing like letter grades on my reviews in recent videos. But I mean, if I were going to give it a letter grade, it would probably be an A, so or a 9.5 or like a 5.
And
or
see, that's where I'm at. I gave it an A+, but if I'm grading it on like a film overall, I'd probably get a 9.5, 9 out of 10. Really love it. Top 3 Marvel films for me. Probably will move up to 1 or 2. And once I start watching it more and more and more, it's wow, a tough film. But guys, we're going to the live viewership, and fuck, you guys have all said a lot of shit. I gotta scroll through this shit.
We need
there's
Where's our
tons of you
moderator?
guys in here.
We need a moderator.
Cody
should be the moderator.
I think we can all agree though that Justice League is better than this, right?
Jay Vader.
Jay Vader's 1 goddamn percent.
1 goddamn fucking percent. Fuck the evolution.
Now let's see. So Almost Sideways says Thanos is his dad. I'm sorry. Hopefully he doesn't love you. Ninja Warrior Superstar. My mom cried when Tony was stabbed on Titan. They had guts. Yes, they did. Almost Sideways, Gamora, Vision are for sure dead. I hope my family can't hear me outside this door, because they haven't seen the film yet. It's gonna suck.
Yeah, they're like, you ruined everything.
Almost Sideways. The next film will deal with a lot of the characters will be back, and the OG will die at the end of the next film. What do you guys think about that? In the next film, do we think time travel? Do we think all the OGs are gonna die?
I wouldn't say all of them.
No.
Yeah.
I feel like that would just be horrible if they just killed everybody from the original.
Well, it's better than 50 Shades of Grey.
Well, Cap's definitely dead.
Well, yeah, Cap. I mean, he's been leaving for forever.
He's done after this one.
All of them are. But I mean, I always believe that even if they die, you can re-sign on. I'm just saying.
Well,
like,
I mean, Sebastian Stan has like a 9-picture deal, so I mean, I'm pretty sure he's
that's
safe.
that's when they learned. Okay, we need to sign them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, the fact that he has a 9-picture deal, this is like ridiculous to me.
So Ninja Warrior Superstar,
yeah.
he says the Spider-Man vanishing scene got to me. I think we all were, and I see Cody O'Toole.
Yeah.
People were crying in my theater. It's just great. Now,
great acting from Tom Holland.
Damian One World's here.
Yes.
I'm sure they'll figure out some way to bring Spider-Man, Black Panther, and Doctor Strange back, since they all have sequels in the works. That's the one thing.
Well, yeah.
Once
I knew they were dead.
Once I saw them disappear, I'm like, oh, they'll be back.
Well, yeah. Does Marvel Studios not like money?
Black Panther made over $1 billion.
I was like, do you not like money, Marvel?
NBA 73 end credit scene. I had it with these motherfucking stones on this motherfucking planet.
Yeah.
Motherfuck.
Terrence says it's hard to feel sad over the deaths when you know they're going to bring them back. I'm more sad about Gamora, to be honest.
I don't think anybody will come back.
Dude.
He threw her off a cliff.
That's
101. Great parent, dad of the year for Thanos.
When your daughter lies to you, throw her over a cliff.
And not only did she lie to you, but then you like tortured Nebula and like went through her backlogs to show her that you lied.
That is some stalking shit. Now,
most
Ninja
savage
Superstars. I wanted to jump out of my seat, run out of the theater, and scream "yes" at the moon when Thor made his appearance on Earth with Rocket and Groot, and the main Avengers theme blaring. I think that is literally all of our favorite scenes.
That was a iconic scene right there.
Now, this is something we did not talk about. Doctor Strange went and saw how many different possibilities? 14,506 different possibilities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many did we win?
Come on. 1. So we have to think that when he says, Tony, it's all in the final end game, that has to be a part of how they're going to come back.
I think that's part of why he actually gave the time the gem to Thanos.
It's part of the only way for sure.
Yeah, no,
Doctor Strange is smart as shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he is. He's Sherlock.
So do we all think that when the next Avengers comes out after Avengers 4, who do we think is going to lead the team? I think not Nick Fury. I think Doctor Strange or Captain Marvel are going to end up leading it.
It's going to probably be Captain Marvel now that she's actually back from wherever she is.
She's a new captain.
Or Black Panther just because he's made a fuck ton of money.
Yeah, or Bucky because he has a 9-picture deal.
True. Now, Almost Sideways. This is my favorite question I've seen so far. Do you think they used Avengers 4 footage in the trailers for the movie? And Cody brings up, do you mean the slow-mo running part? Because we didn't get that. That is a really good question. Since we probably assumed time travel is going to be a part of it, I actually wouldn't be surprised if they did.
Maybe.
To mislead
us. I think the entire Wakanda scene was reshot.
You see, and I actually think that too, Tom. I think a lot of that scene was reshot, or they shot a lot of it for the trailers. Because in my press screening, the ticket they gave us, they said almost everything in the trailers is bullshit, pretty much.
Really?
Pretty much.
Yeah. Which it was. I mean, it really Really was.
Well, yeah, the epic shot from the end of the trailer where they're all running together, that doesn't happen, and the Hulk's not even in the freaking movie at that point. He's like, no!
Be with me! Oh!
I love the music they picked for Star-Lord when he came in with the
Rubber Band Man, yeah.
So almost sideways. I think Ant-Man's film will end when the snap happened. Ant-Man might disappear. That's my prediction. That's what almost I was saying. I don't know if Ant-Man will disappear, but I don't
he just dies. He just dies at the end of his own movie.
No. Let's see. Just Jay, Villain Victorious is a superhero movie first. Yes, it is. Villain finally won. Let's see. It's awesome that Thanos said to Tony, "I hope they remember you," but Tony didn't vanish, so they will remember him to find him. True. That is true.
Adam is just saying facts.
He is doing this. Cody O'Toole, I hate the Red Skull. Cody, get out of here.
Fuck you, Cody. Get the fuck out.
Can we say this? Cody is finally in a Star Wars movie.
Which one?
Ryan, is this true?
Which one?
Ryan, is this true?
There's like 500 of them.
Yeah, no, he hasn't.
Oh, fuck you. This is dumb. Just Jay brings
trolling us.
Ross Marquand played Red Skull, which is great. NBA 73. Tom, he's giving you a little shout out. Loves the Celtic jersey. Question: was it just me? Or
motherfucking Irvin.
Okay, was it just me, or did you guys miss like 10 lines across the movie because people were laughing too loud to hear? What about you guys? I think I got most of the lines.
Yeah. After seeing it a second time, I saw all the jokes.
Now, let's see. Samuel One World, the ending left me and my family freaking speechless.
Yeah, that's basically what our theater
speechless?
was like.
Yeah.
You must be a DC fanboy if you weren't speechless.
Quietest theater experience at the end of the credits.
Someone wore a Batman shirt to my screening. Should I take that as a bad thing?
Maybe he just wanted to be in the spirit.
I was wearing a Justice League shirt, and then I realized what I was doing, and I was like, "Oh crap!" And I took it off real quick.
And like
you have a Justice League shirt.
Like my friend wore a Deadpool shirt. I was like, "That's cool. Deadpool
first of all, why?"
James Videos is in here, and he says Thor was beast mode in this. He literally got heated beamed all around him, smashed everybody in Wakanda with his axe, and has probably one of the best arcs in this film.
From anybody.
Well, they all like fell in love with him when they found him floating through space.
Oh, and just Jay throws another great line in here. You throw another moon at me, and I swear I'm gonna lose it.
Yeah.
I mean, just great. Just Jay says top 3 characters were Thanos, Thor, and Stark. Can't agree more with there. Just Jay, Cap was a badass. He was mad. You can tell he's pissed off with the bad guys. I think we are finally starting to see the darker side to Steve Rogers.
Yeah,
I thought he was going to be bitter this whole movie.
I just don't think he got enough screen time. But really, I don't think this was his film. This was Thanos and Thor's film.
Oh, can we talk about Ross?
He was just like his random hologram he was in for like a couple seconds.
Well, they had the time in.
Arrest him.
Arrest them.
All right, yeah. This is a warrant for you guys.
Yeah, they didn't follow up with that at all.
What else everyone's saying?
Follow government.
Everyone's just the ending, just freaking them out in here. A lot of people saying Cap was their favorite. Thor. O'Toole boy, did you see Gamora and Star-Lord kissing, guys? Oh my god, that was my favorite scene.
And then she dies.
Awesome. They finally.
Drax ruins it by going.
Guys, imagine how he was there for an hour. Imagine when they've done it. Imagine how they've done it. And he's probably just sat there in the background, just like watching them. Let me tell you, I don't endorse porn, but when I do, that is a Pornhub parody I want to see.
I'm sure there was one.
I'm sorry for kids watching this.
How about when Star-Lord was mocking Thor?
Yes.
Oh, with his deepness.
Oh my god.
Why is your...
Are you copying
My voice is always like
Are you mocking me?
I loved it. I loved it. Oh my god, Studios, I wanted to wear a Flash shirt to make the fanboys crazy. You would have died. J Vader's Batman, because I had to take it off. Adam, is it bad if I related to Thanos and agree with his way of thinking? I mean, that was the great thing. I kind of see why Captain Planet wanted
You're not alone, Adam.
Like, he had a good purpose to this. I mean, it really meant it. I mean,
overall, it made you understand him.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Much,
Scott
much
Sullivan.
more than
When the Marvel
I
Studios
thought.
logo was playing, a little kid shouted Superman and everybody chuckled. That's cute. I like that kind of thing. Little kids.
I guess.
This film is just incredible. I love this film to death. I just fantastic film.
Are we all going to watch it again right now after the stream?
Probably. And Technodrone is here. Technodrone.
I'm not going. No.
What is up, Technodrone? You are here. Nice to have you over Kelly Marie Farley.
Oh,
Fired. I'm sorry.
Shots fired.
Again.
Bam. This
Boom.
Thanos. She was the Thanos, and we are the Avengers.
Thanos.
But overall, seriously, guys,
Bring me
I think
Thanos.
this is a great way to end it. I think we've all gotten our great reactions out of this. I think we spoiled really everything. I think we hit every aspect of it. And again, this was just a fantastic discussion, guys. We're all going to have to get together and do this for Justice League 2. Sorry, that will probably never happen. Probably
Avengers 4, maybe.
Yeah,
that'll happen.
Yeah.
if we all want to do Ant-Man, Ant-Man, we probably know that one big thing will happen, and that will be everyone disappearing.
Yeah.
But this was a great
Yeah.
death.
There will
This
be
was
ants.
great. And oh my God, Studios brings up one more question before we get going. Deaths that should have happened.
Captain America.
Captain America.
Captain America.
Iron Man.
What about you,
Stark?
I see.
If
Stark.
they had finished off Stark, because right when Stark got stabbed, I went, no!
I was like, yeah.
And then
Nebula.
nothing happened. I was like, oh,
I
God.
thought he was gone for.
I
And then
thought he was
started,
dead too.
phrasing himself.
Nebula.
But really,
Yeah.
this was a fantastic discussion. I loved having each and every one of you on. I'm sorry, Tom, that Thanos got to you for majority of this.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you got back in though.
though.
Thanos, I know he was just bitch slapping people left and right, but man, I'm glad to have you back in here. So before we get going, guys, I want to let everyone know, you guys got to go make sure to subscribe to each and every one of these guys. So before we get going, I got to give a little shout out to Cody Curtis. I wish he would have joined us. I know he had such ecstatic thing about this, but sadly he just disappeared to ash. So hopefully next time he can join us. But of
We'll
course,
try to bring him back.
yeah, next time we will avenge him. No pun intended. Or revenge. But guys, I want to hear, I'm going to go through you guys, shout out your social media, shout out where you guys are from, and I obviously down in the link below if you guys want to go follow these guys, if you actually liked them a lot, because I love each and every one of these people. If I could, I would marry at least one of them. Won't say who though. But go down go down the bio below to, go subscribe to them. But of course, let's start off with Tyler. Tyler, tell us where they can find you.
Well, my YouTube channel's my name, which is pretty obvious, but Twitter is Tyler_Calvert23. Instagram is just Tyler Calvert23 with no underscore. I'm very, very basic when it comes to usernames, so that's really about it.
Awesome. And Tom, why don't you tell us where they can find you? Oh, did he disappear again? Fuck.
You're not allowed to find him.
All right.
You're not allowed to find him.
I'll give a little shout out to Tom just in case he doesn't come back. Make sure to go check out Tom Faggio. How do you say it, Ryan? You say it more than me. How do you say his last name?
Fajoli.
Tom Fagioli. Make sure to go subscribe to him. He's a very underrated YouTube, just like all these people. We are the next generation of YouTube, as I always say this over on my Twitter. And we make sure to go hit up Tom's channel. He's great. He's a fucking geek to be his. And it looks like he's joining back in, so I'm giving him a little shout out. Tom, if you can hear us, hopefully you can. If not, let's move on to Ryan right now, and then I'll move back to him once he gets all situated. Ryan, tell us where you can find yourself out.
There's all my social media.
Bringing out the shirt.
But, yeah, my Merc, go check it out. I'm kidding. You can find me on my YouTube channel, Ryan O'Toole, just like Tyler. It's my name. Find me there. You can find me on Twitter, Ryan O'Toole MR, at Ryan O'Toole MR. Facebook, Ryan O'Toole Movies. Stardust as well. You can find me, Ryan Movie Review. Those are my basic ones. I also have a Snapchat, R2 Movies. Don't go on there often. But those are my social media. Thanks, Zach, for having me on.
Yeah, no problem, man. Thanks for joining me.
Also,
and of course, the Big Toke himself. For the people that don't know what the Big Toke is, I gotta explain this because I said it a lot. Okay, so when I went out to LA to go see the Schmodown Live, I stayed with John. And of course, we met up with Griffin from Men vs. Movies. And if anyone was in that live chat that we did right before the Schmodown, like 400 people joined. Literally 400 people joined.
That was crazy.
The amount of comments we got in there, we had to stop the chat because it was bad. It was people were bringing up the Big Toke. People were bringing up inappropriate questions about black people, and it was just very out of control. We had to stop it. But of course, John, tell them where they can find you.
Yeah, that was pretty wild, man. But I guess I'm the only odd one out here. My YouTube channel is called The Real Talk. And you guys can follow me outside of YouTube at The Real Talk, on Twitter and Instagram, Real Talk with 2Ks, and on Stardust just at The Real Talk as well. And Zach, thank you so much for having me on, and I had a blast talking Avengers with everybody.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Is it Real Talk or Real Talk?
Real.
Like a film reel.
R-E-L. Yeah.
No, guys. If you guys look up R-E-A-L, a different John comes up. That's
Oh.
You guys don't want to know what he's up to.
Ew.
But of course, Tom, can we hear you? Does Thanos have you still? If not, I'll shout out your channel a little bit more.
No, it's Thanos.
All right, Thanos got him. So, guys, again, make sure to go. Please subscribe to each and every one of these guys. I mean it. Cody Curtis, he couldn't join us. He disappeared. Tom, obviously, Thanos is disrupting him right now. But you guys want to go make sure you check out Tom's channel as well. Tom is a great YouTuber. Tyler's a great YouTuber. Tyler gets a lot of early reviews. Ryan is just fucking Rhino Tool. He just is Nick Fury. He just bursts out in excitement. And John the Real Talk is the just like that. And John the Real Talk is a great man, great heart. All underrated YouTubers. Please go subscribe to them if you haven't. They deserve the subscription. Of course, if you are new here, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button over on my channel so you guys don't miss out on any videos. And go also check out Sandwich on Films because they're amazing and it's a great website where you guys can go check out advanced movie screenings yourself. So I think that's where we're going to end it, guys. The gauntlet is here. I've taken it. I'm going to kill Thanos myself. But of course, you guys are all sexy. Stay classy, stay sexy, stay amazing. And I love each and every one of you guys. So, of course, until next time.